right, this is The Dark World of Unrealistic Male Body Standards by Josh Brett. Let's get into it.
If you search Google for the perfect male physique, something interesting shows up. The same for men's health. This wasn't always the case. Now, let me close those tabs before I start getting strange looks again. But many are calling this phenomenon one of the biggest threats to the fitness industry. And this isn't coming from people that just want an excuse to be lazy.
Unhealthy relationship with food. I don't court a banana. I don't.
Nor is it coming from the give yourself a hug type people.
Yeah, they're there, Cookie Monster.
In fact, the people speaking out are heavily incentivized to shut up and smile. And most do. But the more you listen, the more you realize a harsh truth.
For an increasing number of men and boys, this otherwise benign desire to be more attractive transforms into something categorically disordered.
This is a systemic problem, too taboo for television, that the human brain isn't built to recognize, often until it's too late.
No, there's no short, secret recipe for it, you know, you just have to...
Don't do this at home.
I don't ever want to be in that good a shape again.
It's not natural. There's not many drug use or abuse issues where you get complimented so much.
They see it on the small screen on their phone, they see it on the big screen in Hollywood movies. It's in their hands when they're a f***ing toddler.
So yeah, I decided to start training.
Don't compare yourself to these people, because they're probably lying to you anyway.
Feuds with the base takes. We love PewDiePie here. And I'll say here and I'll say, so far, I agree. I will give my take after we see a little bit more, but I'm already thinking and cooking up some stuff in my brain.
Trust and understand.
It takes its toll.
It's not right, is it? I know it's not right, but I can't say for sure that this is going to stop.
So, how did body dysmorphia become so widespread and deadly? But more importantly, why are more people not speaking about this? What is the perfect male physique? For me growing up, it was something like this. Health magazines suggest the same. Over time, this ideal has morphed towards something leaner.
Please. Please, guys. I'm sorry, man. I don't know you. I'm sure you're a great person. I'm sorry. Guys, manly men here, my lovely men chatters. Is this what you guys think you guys need to look like? Do you think that women find this attractive? Be honest. Yep, no, it depends on the person. Not to that degree, but I know I can be better than I am right now. Now, I am one woman. I don't speak for the many, but I am one woman and I have women friends. This is not, at least not me and my friends type.
More muscular.
Trust me.
Hollywood films make this clear. Similarly, with reality TV shows, female dolls are criticized for becoming unrealistic, but male dolls are arguably even worse. 1960s G.I. Joe looks like he's about to unveil the iPhone. 30 years later, he looks more like a bodybuilder. Early Luke Skywalker besides modern Skywalker. Batman besides modern Batman. You get the point. If we ask AI to show us the ideal male physique, a similar image is painted. There's a clear ideal becoming more and more extreme. So, what are we seeing here? These are the men of the would-be tribe, showing their slender bodies, white teeth and eyes in a beauty pageant to win the attention of the female judges. This is what the peak male looks like in the Bodai tribe, where the men compete to be the fattest. Ancient Greek statues depict a lean, muscular body as desirable, while traditional Japanese culture associates masculinity with self-discipline, loyalty and honor. To identify the physical ideal, we need to understand what beauty is. The Oxford Dictionary defines it as the quality of being pleasing to the senses or to the mind. And looking across different cultures, the ideal seems to vary and change over time. Social media and the internet have erased cultural boundaries and created a highly competitive environment where only the most extreme stand out. This emphasis on leanness and muscularity isn't just a Western thing, it's gone global.
Yeah.
We are witnessing the homogenization of the ideal male physique, what some refer to as hypermasculinity. Even society's ideal men seem to be getting stuff done to achieve this.
There's been a lot of talk about, red pill and self-improvement, creating your hyper-masculine character. Looking like you swallowed a shovel is probably not the answer.
The psychology that somehow would have led to this guy thinking he needs a jaw implant or something, I can't even fathom.
A self-improvement can absolutely go too far.
We aren't just talking Greek statue physiques. That was past long ago. From facial aesthetics to height and muscle definition, some of the methods men are using to achieve such ideals you might find disturbing.
Oh, this hurts. From what I know, this is from the men around me, and mind you, I am surrounded by a lot of men because I have a lot of brothers. I grew up with male cousins. Like, I had nothing but male cousins for a long time in my life. And this makes me sad because from my experience, guys in general are very competitive. Don't get me wrong, women are competitive too, but male competitiveness is just on a different level. For example, the few guy friends that I've talked to that like try and go on dating apps and everything like that, they'll always complain to me about how you have to be a certain way in order to gain any attention on there. You have to look a certain way, you have to make a certain amount of money, you have to stand out in order to be appreciated, which is really sad. And to add this onto it, on top of it, I never really thought about it because, you know, I am a woman, I am a female. I think of like our unrealistic body standards, but I've never thought about how competitive the body standards for men are as well. And maybe that's me having tunnel vision because, you know, female body standards are super fucking intense, but for guys to feel like this, like the whole jaw situation, the jaw implants for Zac Efron, that was so sad. I used to have such a big crush on Zac Efron, but when he got those jaw implants, I was like, bro, that's not good. That doesn't look good. Like, why did you do that to yourself? And I didn't even like take into account that that's what men think that men should look like. I've never sat down and thought about that. Like, my brother, he's on a really, really intense weight loss journey right now, and I'm so fucking proud of him. He's doing amazing. He's doing so fucking good. This kid worked his ass off. And, you know, I never really fully understood that this is the type of competition that you guys are doing with yourselves on a daily basis. It pains my heart because for a long time, I saw my brother struggling, like with himself and his self-image and everything, like his confidence. And to me, it drove me crazy because I'm like, bro, but like, you are the sweetest kid that's ever existed out there. Any girl would be lucky to have you. You're funny, you're talented, you're smart, you're so ambitious. You need to set your standards higher. Like, he literally had his standards to the fucking ground. And he never wanted to talk to me about it. It was until the beginning of his weight loss journey where he broke down and kind of just explained how he was feeling. And it breaks my heart that like he didn't know he could lean. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm crying. Like, I fucking love my brothers so much. Like, you guys don't understand. They're my baby brothers. I'm so protective of them. And I feel bad that he didn't feel like he had, that like he could talk to me about it or talk to anyone about it. You know, like, I feel so bad because there's so many guys in the world that don't have somebody they could talk to. And like, I just want you guys to know, if you guys need to talk about it, talk about it. Talk about it. Like, in my community, please fucking talk about it. Like, talk to each other about it. Don't feel like you guys have to be this hard-shelled person. Like, I know it's so hard for guys to express their emotions, and guys more often than not need to physically get that anger out or that frustration or that pain. But you guys deserve to feel loved and like to feel appreciated and cherished as you guys are, because you guys all fucking offer something special and of value to this world. You guys deserve to be in this world. You guys deserve people to listen to you. And I'm sorry that there are so many pieces of shit. I know there are women out there that have belittled men, because I've seen it. I've seen women belittle when they try and talk about their emotions, and I'm so serious. It triggers me so much. Like, I've literally argued with women about it because I'll see them put down their man or their son or someone, you know, like I will see women do this and I will get into arguments with them. I'm like, you shut the fuck up right now. Like, how dare you fucking say like you're not man enough? Like, I hate that. I hate hearing women say like you're not man enough because they're being fucking vulnerable for the first fucking time in their life. You fucking selfish, greedy piece of shit. Okay? I'm sorry, like, it gets me so angry because I'm like, if somebody fucking talked to my brother like that, I would fucking lose my mind. Oh my god, nothing in this world would hold me back. Alright, let's keep it going.
That smile you see is from a man who just had his bone shattered in a surgery to add 2 inches to his height. A painful procedure that more and more men are getting. Although Mukesh recorded the physical pain at a 9 out of 10, he stated it was less than the emotional pain he felt when people mocked him for his height.
We'll get rid of those love handles too.
Other men are getting abdominal implants, with some injecting oil into their muscles. Each year, over 2 million Americans have cosmetic surgery, a number that's rising, with many trying to achieve an instant boost in muscularity.
Total spent on my body modifications is $950,000 US.
Now,
Holy
people can do as they please,
shit.
but for many, one cycle or surgery is never enough. Bigorexia is a dysmorphia people have, where they never see themselves as muscular enough.
Already, I'm very curious as to why my waist is thicker than usual. Upper chest needs work. Why is my waist so thick? My arms just aren't big enough in comparison to my chest and my back.
Of course, this can lead them down a path of steroid abuse.
When I was 15, I did something crazy that changed my life forever.
And with the rise of steroid-like compounds readily available to buy on the internet, many teenagers are shutting down their hormones for a more muscular physique.
Do I take any supplements as a 15-year-old bodybuilder? Yes, let me show you what to take.
I'm currently on 15 milligrams a day of RAG 140, so 25 milligrams a day of MK677.
You might argue these people are just morons. However, some of the methods used in Hollywood are also questionable.
I was eating so much chicken breast that the hardest part about it was actually chewing it all. So I would just put it into a blender, blend it all up, and just drink chicken.
In fact, to achieve his physique in Baywatch, Zac Efron was also taking powerful diuretics to dry himself out.
When I was done with that movie, I don't ever want to be in that good a shape again. Really?
I don't think it's surprising that many people struggle with disordered eating habits, like Freddie.
No. Oh my god, bro. I did not realize it was this fucking bad. What do you mean there's fucking surgery to make someone taller? I'm sorry, I'm getting fucking angry right now. I'm getting really fucking angry. The shit that pisses me off before streaming and everything like that, I did try going on dating apps, and there were guys, and they would approach me, and they'd be like, hey, I just want to let you know that I'm not tall. I'm not 6 foot. And I'm like, okay, you're not 6 foot. Why does that matter? I'm 5 foot. I'm 5 foot tall, bro. You're gonna be taller than me. Like, it doesn't matter. He's like, but I'm 5'2". And I'm like, bro, what does that matter? Why do I need somebody that's a fucking giant? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Who cares? Who can? And then I remember there are so many fucking stupid women that have height requirements. Like, that's so stupid to me. Like, my brothers, they'll constantly say, because I'll be like, oh, you're so tall. Mind you, they're 5'7" to 5'9", rough, give or take. And they're just like, no, we're not. We're short. Don't lie to us. And I'm like, guys. You motherfuckers are taller than me, and that's all that matters. Listen to me, my lovely Shumi, okay? Someone is going to love you just the way you are. You are perfect to that person. We are imperfectly perfect. That is what makes us perfect. That is something I had to learn about myself. It is okay to have imperfections. It's okay to have flaws. The reasons why you guys like me is why a million other people hated me. In school, people hated me for a lot of the reasons why you guys like me. And I am so fucking blessed to have that. But you guys literally have so much to offer to this world. You guys do not need to change yourselves. Fuck what everyone else thinks. Fuck what anyone else says. Learn to love yourselves. Just focus on you. Focus on your own well-being. And I mean that for all genders too. It's not just men, it's women too. Everybody. Everybody.
Freddie Flintoff, who developed bulimia.
I became known as a fat cricketer, really. That's when I started doing it. You put your fingers down your throat. As you gag, you bite into your hand so hard. The wrenching to get it out. It's not right, is it? I know it's not right, but I can't say for sure that this is going to stop.
He was a pro athlete, and they called him the fat one, so he developed bulimia. What? He's a fucking pro athlete, bro. What do you mean he's the fat one? Bitch, I get your fucking fat ass out there and fucking do it then. Get your fucking fat ass out there and do it then, bitch. What the fuck do you mean he's the fat? Bro, what do you mean? I am so sorry. This man. Shit, bro. Sports are brutal because if not the media, the team will be on your ass for nothing. No, exactly. I've fucking seen it. I've seen it. Because they fucking talk shit like that to my fucking brothers before. My brothers are very, very athletic people. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. The amount of war crimes going on in my brain right now.
I know it's not right, but I can't say for sure that this is going to stop.
If you can look past the airbrush marketing and Hollywood magic, eating and exercise disorders amongst celebrities are everywhere.
So if I'm gonna get a girlfriend, I gotta have a six-pack. And so I thought that if I didn't eat anything, well, I wouldn't get any fat. And then if I worked out a ton, I would get big and muscular.
Meanwhile, some of the biggest influencers are using Photoshop, Videoshop, and other deceptive practices to stand out on social media.
Here in the Western cultures, there has always been a tradition of muscularity, but in the last several decades, this emphasis on male muscularity seems to have accelerated.
No matter where you look, this can be seen. Yet, nobody wants to admit it. So, where could this change be coming from? And what could be driving it? Over time, the Hollywood portrayal of the ideal man seems to be getting more and more muscular.
So when I got to Orange is the New Black, for the first shirtless scene, I definitely did some unhealthy crash dieting. And being in TV long enough, I'll tell you this is something that almost all actors and actresses do for these shirtless scenes.
They often achieve their physiques through aggressive crash dieting at the expense of their physical health to meet Hollywood's demands.
It's a couple hours a day, and it was brutal. The tricky part was eating.
The same occurs in Bollywood.
So putting on the weight was fun. I could eat and drink whatever I wanted and have a great time. And I had a ball. I have to say I had a ball. But it was also most uncomfortable. Even my wrestling training was affected because I was carrying so much weight that I couldn't really move fast enough.
This was the silver era of bodybuilding. This is the gold era. And this is today, with many bodybuilders displaying bubble guts.
You're ripped, you're huge, you look fantastic, no stomach, no nothing, no problems.
Because people do not come to a show to see bellies. And if they want to do that, they go to the maternity ward or something like that, and they can see plenty of stomachs there.
Columboism is a side effect of heavy steroid usage.
I'm not talking about my belly.
Probably don't need to tell you, a similar physical progression can be seen in reality TV.
Seriously? It's like you're photoshopped.
This is Jason Momoa, Aquaman. His physique, labelled as a dad bod. Same thing for an off-season bodybuilder, Chris Bumstead.
Can you rate this guy's physique for me then?
10, can't see him. Oh.
Part of me wants—
This is getting me so mad. I'm getting so fucking mad and triggered right now. I'm getting so angry. Like, I'm gonna crash out, bro. I'm gonna fucking crash out. I'm gonna commit arson in their Minecraft houses. I can't stand the fucking media.
Can you rate this guy's physique for me then?
10, can't see him. Oh.
How is
Part of me wants to put these warped ideals down to improving knowledge, resources, and just a natural result of increased competition. But the rise of cosmetic drugs, technology to manipulate videos, and the super competitive social media environment where people only post their highlight reels, it can be difficult to separate social media from reality. But others have argued there's a darker side. You see, some people profit immensely off these warped ideals. An invisible hand. Sounds very tinfoil hat, but to understand this perspective, we need to go deeper. To the man who wrote the book on propaganda and shaped the world of marketing as we know it. 1920, women didn't smoke. It was extremely taboo, a masculine thing to do.
There's a taboo by men that does not permit women to smoke, either in public or even at home.
Of course, the tobacco industry wasn't happy missing out on 50% of potential customers. Everything they tried to do to appeal to the female demographic failed. They simply wouldn't buy based on rational reasons presented. The stigma was too much to overcome. When along came the young marketer, Edward Bernays, he had a secret weapon. Knowledge passed down by his notable uncle, the father of psychoanalysis. Sigmund Freud believed that much of human decision-making was driven by unconscious and irrational impulses, often resulting in excess and overcompensation. Bernays decided to apply his uncle's theories to marketing. He didn't need to appeal to the individual woman and the rational benefits of smoking. he needed to completely reshape the cultural perception of smoking. So he hired a group of women at a big event, told them to all light up cigarettes, with photographers ready to take photos of them. These ladies weren't just lighting cigarettes, but torches of freedom, demonstrating their ability to assert their independence. He had staged a political protest to invoke the right emotions in the woman.
Next morning, there wasn't a newspaper in the United States, even the New York Times had a front page story, debutantes light torches of freedom to protest.
Women, why are we stupid for this? That was actually really dumb. Oh, this is why I can't fucking trust what the media says. I don't know what's real. I don't know what's fake. Everything is just fucking manipulation. It's all just manipulation. As I said, we don't hate the mainstream media enough. We don't. This is just a streamer, a content creator. They don't know what they're talking about. Bitch, shut up! I am somebody that did practice a little bit of journalism because I was thinking of getting into journalism for music and branding and stuff like that. And you learn a couple things and the fucking system is broken. The system is broken.
This man's inhumanity to women by a taboo against smoking.
It worked. Bernays would go on to use trick after trick after trick in the marketing and political world. He wrote the book on propaganda and set the path of much of the advertising you see today, with companies hiring psychoanalysts to capitalize on this new approach to marketing, a shift from need to desire in a post-war America.
Modern man quite often tries to work off his frustrations by spending on self-gratification. Modern man is eternally ready to fill out his self-image by purchasing products which complement it.
And what better way to improve one's self-image than through your own body? Vogue magazine invented cellulite, a perfectly normal thing, turned into a condition. Marketers went hard, tapping into the insecurities of women, driving the massive growth of the beauty industry. Buy this to be good enough was an extremely powerful message.
Is it wrong to give people what they want by taking away their defenses?
But much like with cigarettes, marketers realized they're missing 50% of their potential customers. Only this time, it was the men.
God damn. Long-ass montage!
Much like with the creative marketing of lung cancer sticks, this is not always in your best interest. And after many iterations, these standards, what people want, has become more and more unrealistic. Advertising lives or dies by its commercial success, and insecurity sells.
Why we fall for
The
bullshit.
human brain has evolved over millions of years and isn't built to deal with the rapid rise of the internet. Whether intentional or not, the display of unrealistic and deceptive ideals in the media exploits our cognitive biases, often to the detriment of both mental and physical health. It's why some of the most mainstream fitness advice is the least effective.
I don't know who still needs to hear this, but you do not target fat around your stomach with specific exercises. 8 million views.
Oh, let's ask the average person what they think. Let's stop asking the average person what they... Do you know how f***ing stupid the average person is?
So true.
This is known as the Dunning-Kruger effect, where people with low experience in an area tend to overestimate their ability or knowledge. Regardless of how smart you are, if you're part of the human species, you're susceptible to your cognitive biases being exploited.
Is he smart? No, he's a freaking good-looking dude, okay? And he's making extremely large amounts of money by saying stupid things that don't make any sense, but you look at him and you're like, holy crap, he looks amazing. I'm gonna do what he's doing.
This is the halo effect, where people who are considered attractive tend to be rated higher on other positive traits as well.
If you were to look at this podcast here,
is this some cheap shit, Joe?
No, that's the shit, bro.
You see that curtain down the back?
Fats and meats and never eating carbs.
But the way that he's tried to mimic the guest position on Joe Rogan, you fucking piece of shit.
Social proof is another. where simply a large following can make a person more trustworthy. By presenting a certain body type, or standard as the norm, marketers create a reference point that influences our perceptions of what is desirable. The anchoring effect. This, and an array of other blind spots, is what the media taps into. Often those people on social media, in magazines and on the big screen are just cogs in.
Oh, my mom came in apparently earlier. She heard me when I called the bitches fat asses. The ones who were writing about that guy and told him he was fat. And she was scared that I was getting canceled and fighting with people on the internet. And she's like, are you fighting with people on the internet? I'm like, no, but yes.
This, and an array of other blind spots, is what the media taps into. Often those people on social media, in magazines and on the big screen are just cogs in the machine. At the start, this was more blatant and easier to identify. Today, it's all around us, often with no escape. Don't get me wrong, I'm down for super effective marketing that helps people live healthier lives. But no other industry has such a high failure rate while being so profitable. I can't help but think back to the many people getting life-altering surgeries, developing eating disorders, and a lot of the negative side effects we haven't even discussed yet. Meanwhile, obesity and suicide rates are on the rise in America. And a recent poll found that 1 in 8 UK adults have suicidal thoughts related to body image. There's a very clear disconnect. In fact, a Harvard psychiatrist warned about this over 20 years ago. I don't think even he realized just how serious and widespread this would become.
The Chad.
The many problems men have.
The thing that I don't get is how it got this bad so quickly. And like why we all just fucking agree with it. Like, I get it, but I don't get it. Like, it irritates me so much that this is like what life is like now. The body dysmorphia for a lot of these men are really fucking bad. But like they're learning all of this wrong misinformation about a lot of things on like healthy eating habits and stuff like that. And I'm just like, why are you learning from literally stupid ass people? Why are you taking what they say into consideration? Like, these people are fucking on roids or whatever else it is.
The many problems men have with their warped physical self-perception was grouped under an umbrella by Dr. Harrison Pope, the Adonis complex. Adonis was half man, half god, according to Greek mythology. Visual perfection, the god of beauty and attraction. Dr. Pope has documented cases of men quitting prestigious jobs, people smashing their own faces with a hammer to qualify for plastic surgery, and others dying from disordered diet and exercise regimens. Although these are extreme examples, this was over 20 years ago, and we've seen many more cases since. Pope suspects unrealistic standards driven by the media is what's fueled the rise of the Adonis complex.
Yes, I've done steroids.
But here's the catch. When beauty is so subjective, the ideal so extreme, the effects are fatal. Today's children are growing up with the internet as a constant presence in their lives, with little knowledge of the world without it. And the harmful effects of unrealistic body standards are evident through the growing list of casualties. I'm a 14-year-old and I'm thinking about taking 50 milligrams of Deca per week for 4 weeks. I know about the side effects on adults, but not in teens. Is there any side effects I should know? I'm a 16-year-old boy, currently undergoing cosmetic limb lengthening surgery.
16?
I don't think I know what's best for me yet, but I absolutely cannot see myself regretting this decision. Sometimes unorthodox and drastic solutions are the best ones.
Oh my fucking god. 16, 15, are you fucking kidding me? I am 15 years old and I recently found out about SARM's LGH 4033. To be more specific, I have already been working out for 2 years. My goal with SARMs is to gain more muscle and get leaner. I'm 5'11" and 145 pounds currently. I take creatine and soon start taking Dust Extreme pre-workout, which contains DMAA. My main concern is whether or not I should take LGH for what do you mean? Why are these just a bunch of numbers and letters? Like, that's how you know this is bad. If you are a kid, you should not be allowed to take any shit like this. This is so fucking bullshit. I don't want any adverse side effects in my future from this. Like I said before, for most, this starts in high school. This is so fucking sad. I'm gonna go take care of my brother after this stream. I swear to God. I'm gonna take him out and be like, you wanna go hang out? You wanna watch anime? You wanna hang out and watch anime? I love you. I just want you to remember, I love you. And you are perfect. Like, ugh! I'm a girl that likes food. I enjoy food. At least for me specifically, I don't want somebody that's like just counting their calories and counting their macros and everything all the time. Because like, what if one day I just want to spontaneously be like, babe, you wanna get some ice cream? And they're just like, no, honey, it doesn't fit into my macros. But babe, I just want ice cream, please. And he's like, no, honey, we must be perfect. We must be divine. Like, it's so sad. I have cotton candy with me during this stream. If you see my mouth moving, it's probably because I'm eating cotton candy. You hear that cotton candy? It's cotton candy. Nom nom nom. It's cotton candy. I love cotton candy. If you try and take my cotton candy away from me, I'll bite your fucking fingers. Don't test me, boy.
I'm 15 years old and recently found out about SARMs. My goal is to gain more muscle and get leaner. I'm 5'11" and 145 pounds currently. My main concern is whether or not I should take Ligandrol, considering my age. These are just a few people on public forums about to make life-altering decisions, with many going through with it.
So yeah, I decided to start trying.
Whoa, dude. What did you just say?
We're witnessing extremely young kids take puberty-altering performance-enhancing drugs, with parents suspected to be giving it to their children as young as 6 for a chance to make it in Hollywood.
There's not many drug use or abuse issues where you get complimented so much.
And even people trying to do things more naturally are suffering.
I know I look like complete rubbish, right? When you train every single day for like 2 hours, do a load of steps, get like 4 hours sleep, you have no team to support you, and everything is being done just by you. It takes its toll.
In life, there is this feeling that we all live with inadequacy. There is this call to achieve and to go beyond all expectations, to outperform other people, to measure oneself against a panoply of influencers and gurus, to work ridiculously long hours.
Scott was one of the more wholesome fitness YouTubers, doing much of the things we see Hollywood boast about. Yet, it seems to have contributed to his early death.
But I've set it up, you're gonna think I'm gonna blow up. Oh, shit.
I remember seeing a 19-year-old die of a heart attack in the local paper.
He f***ing died from this, bro? Oh my god. That is so fucking sad. I cannot believe how fucked up this whole thing is. Like, I genuinely don't. Like, my heart breaks for these young men. Like, this is not fucking right. Kids are kids. There's no reason. There's no reason. This is so fucking sad. This is so fucked up. This is so stupid.
4 different steroids were found in his system, with a suspected enlarged heart a contributing factor. Similarly to bodybuilder Dallas McCarver, who collapsed on stage, recovered, and sadly passed away with a heart almost 3 times the size it should have been.
A lot of people are speculating how much testosterone was this guy actually injecting to get a 55,000 nanogram per deciliter total T.
There's tributes on YouTube for all of the bodybuilders who pass away. Each year, the age is getting lower.
Someone is literally going to have to die on stage before something changes in bodybuilding.
Maybe these are extreme cases,
so
but if you actually listen to what the very celebrities many look up to are saying, a very different side gets presented.
It's hard to look like, even if you do work out, to be that kind of in shape is not natural.
The way they achieve their rapid transformations is often highly unsustainable.
For guys, that's unrealistic, I'm telling you.
Zac Efron actually went through a phase of depression and insomnia after his brutal drug-assisted crash Baywatch regimen. Channing Tatum, Luke Jackson, Ed Sheeran, Tyson Fury developed eating disorders and are warned about their unsustainable practices.
I started noticing it for the first time when I just started rebelling against a gym.
And these people have the top coaches and doctors at their side.
Truly, I don't know how people that work a 9 to 5 actually stay in shape, because it's my full-time job and I can barely do it.
When studies are suggesting the majority of men and now displaying signs of body dysmorphic disorder. It's an issue that's hard to ignore, but because of a stigma, speaking about this, seeking help, or even thinking about it is seen as weak, with many willing to end their lives or pin themselves because help isn't as macho. And even those who look the best aren't immune to this, because everything is subjective.
I look like a normal, reasonable human being with like an acceptable amount of like muscle tone, right? But still in my head, there was like this crazy just distortion, body dysmorphia.
This doesn't mean you shouldn't find people in great shape motivating, just that even your favorite idols get older and struggle with these things. Yet, it doesn't get much coverage because it's not as glamorous. Resistance training and having high goals isn't inherently pathological. I have respect for anyone who achieves an impressive body transformation, especially if done honestly. However, unrealistic body standards can have deadly consequences, regardless of where you think this stems from. Many point to Hollywood actors, supplement companies, dolls and clothing companies. I get why some people want to see the fitness industry burn to the ground, but pitchforking individuals and stealing kids' Power Rangers probably isn't the answer.
It's just a doll. It's just a stupid little plastic doll.
Nor is polarizing people with men or women have it worse arguments. There is no them and us. The market decides what sticks, so mass awareness is a big part of the solution. You vote with your money and attention. This isn't necessarily better than this, nor is this than this, and definitely not this or this. It's up to you to discover what you really want, and not have others decide this for you. Dr. Pope suggests the following as potential outlets if you get caught up. Personally, I still go to the gym. While I'll never look crazy, it's been very satisfying to get closer to a goal that I had as a kid. Especially considering I don't think it's an unhealthy obsession anymore. Ironically, with progress being the best, once I chilled out and focused on other things. I realized the hard way that looking good means nothing if you don't feel good. If you ever try to get in shape, please understand this. It's all I'm trying to get across to the video. I don't often ask, but sharing this video wherever you can would really help a lot. Self-improvement is supposed to enhance yourself as a person, not replace yourself. So, the perfect male physique, based on the evidence, it never existed.
Yeah.
It's what you believe it is. I just hope trying to get there for you isn't as deadly as it's been for so many people. Hey everyone, so if you like this video, we're currently working on plenty more. So if you want to be notified when they're out, then please subscribe. This video was not anti-fitness.
This was a really, really fucking good video. Thank you, Josh. I couldn't have said it better, like how he said at the end. You as a person, you can be happy with yourself, but you should always strive to improve yourself, but only realistic improvement standards. It is so dumb to try to compare yourself to all of these other people. You're never going to be like them. I'm never going to be like anyone. I am myself. The only thing I ever want for myself to improve, I want to be the best version of myself possible. Everybody has their own goals that they need to go through, but you are enough. You don't need to conform yourself. You don't need surgeries. You don't need any of that to feel better about yourself, because I promise you, if you do any of this stuff, if you're that obsessive, if you're harming yourself in order to get the result that you want, you're going to regret that. If you're a man and you're following me, understand it's okay to cry. That's normal. That's human. Being in tune with your emotions, that is the most manly thing you can do. Trying to emotionally evaluate yourself and understand and recognize your feelings. That's important. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to judge you in this life, and it's normal. It's sad, but it's normal. You're always going to find somebody that's better than you in situations. What you don't understand is that you are better than them in other situations. Nobody is going to be the perfect, ideal person in this world, but all you can do is just look at yourself, reflect, accept yourself as you are, and just learn to grow and to be a good person. Be a good person. More than anything, just try to be a good person, and that would be enough. Treat others with kindness. Show people the love and compassion that you wish you had. If you see a young man that is suffering with the same type of issues, reach out to them. Be a mentor to people. Be the light to other people in this world. There were so many times where I had to go through things in my life, and I had to do it alone. And like I said, I grew up with boys. I handled my emotions a lot like boys for a long time. I did. So I wouldn't talk to people. I wouldn't express the pain that I was going through. I had to be strong. I had to figure shit out. I had to just man up and fucking bite my tongue and be the strength for everybody around me, and be the people that people can lean on, but never be the one to lean on others. And I realized that by doing that, I was harming myself in such a way. No, I didn't allow anybody in. I didn't allow people to see me cry. I didn't want people to know my pain. I didn't want people to know my suffering or anything that I was going through. And it was really hard for me to break past that. But it has been the best thing in my life, allowing people in, allowing the people that actually love and care about me, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's chosen family. Like, there are people that give a fuck about you. And if nobody else does, just know I do. I give a lot of fucks about you. And you can vent anytime. It's okay. Life is hard. It's a bitch. It's not gonna be easy, but you don't have to go through things. You guys see me how happy I am now? How I'm always like your guys' happy little gremlin? I was not always like this. I've dealt with depression. I've dealt with anxiety. I've dealt with really hard times. And there's a lot of things in my life that would break a lot of people. That's happened in my life. But honestly, I can sit here and say, allowing myself to heal, going through that process of healing and finding myself, and relearning to love myself again was the hardest decision I ever made. You can either stay dormant, stay a victim, continue to wallow in your pain and your self-pity, or you can get yourself back up, get your ass back up, and say, no, I'm going to live to be happy. I'm going to live for happiness now. And for me and my experience personally, a lot of it was thanks to God to bring me out of that. I'm not going to push that onto you guys, but I would suggest that you guys find something where you can put your faith into. And having that faith that things will eventually get better, it makes life so much more easier. When the bad days come, when the sad times happen, when things are so hard for you to breathe, when you're screaming and crying and near the point of throwing up because of how fucking terrible your life is, and you look and you tell yourself, no, this is not where it ends, this is where it begins. This is where I pick myself back up and I keep fighting for myself. You have to fight for yourself. It's okay to be selfish in that. It's okay to be selfish sometimes. Cut out people that bring you negativity. Cut out people that don't believe in you. Cut out people that are harming you. Cut out everything that negatively affects you. And just focus on building your life to be the happiest version of you. And as somebody who is genuinely happy, I can sit here and say, I am happy to be alive. That is something I never thought I would have said a couple years ago. It gets better. It gets so much better once you do all of those steps. Thank you for the stream, Jay. Seriously, quite a few of us needed this stream. Of course, I needed this. I hope you guys know that, like, I genuinely care about you guys a lot. You guys are amazing, and I'm so grateful for the community that we've built together. You guys, I may be the soul of this community, but you guys are the heart. And without you guys, it would not be here. So thank you. And thank you guys for being vulnerable and talking to me about your experiences. I genuinely love hearing about all of this for you guys. You are valuable. You are perfect. You are here to make somebody's life better. You are here to be happy. At the end of the day, you're here to be happy. Your happiness is the most important thing. And choose yourself. Choose yourself. And learn it's okay to be selfish about things. I love you guys so much. I would continue this stream, but I think that's a good way to end it. I think having this talk, and I know we do a lot of degen moments here and we're a chaotic group, but I think moments like this where we're just genuinely human and emotional is so important. I love you guys so much. You guys make me so happy. And if you are ever needing someone to talk to, just come to the community. We are there for each other. Bye bye. Love you guys.